Honoring belt rank. I can agree with you on a lot of what you said. From my personal experience, I went to one karate school that was near my home. I had moved away from where my teacher, and I was more than an hour away. This school was about 25, 30 minutes from my house. So I went there to continue practicing and talked with the teacher. It happened to be a second degree. It was a nice looking studio. And at the moment, he said, well, sounds like you have some experience. What have you reached? I'm like, well, I'm first degree black belt. And he's like, well, thank you, turn and left. I'm like, I thought that was real rude of him. Went to another studio that was a little bit closer, and it was karate studio also. And I was talking with the guy, and he's like, well, you'll come in as a black belt and start from there. Part of me didn't think in either case that coming in as a black belt was right. I was willing to start as a white belt and work my way up. Recently, I've had some students I teach or from another studio join, and the teacher had promoted them just before leaving. It's like he promoted them one weekend and left the next weekend. It was that close. And some of them he promoted to black belt, and they wanted to continue training. And I'm like, yeah, I'll train. But I looked at their skills. I'm like, show me what he taught you. Give me your best. And I videoed it, and I got input from other black belts in Taekwondo, Chungdo Kwan. So got their input, got my teacher's input, and it was decided that their skill level as black belts, brown belts, halfway up the scale on their system, wasn't to the level that matched us. So they were given the belts that were appropriate to their skill level. Some decided not to come back. But I asked my grand teacher, I'm like, well, how do you feel about it? He's like, well, you white belt? I go, no, sir, I'm black belt. He goes, well, in America, you black belt in English. You go to Korea, you white belt in Korean. And it made all the sense in the world. It's like, even though I may have a degree of whatever subject in the U.S., I go to Korea, it means almost nothing because it's a completely different world. So I feel that, yeah, if you're going to a different world, even if it's just slightly different, you shouldn't expect to be the king and queen of one country and then go into another one and have that same rank. So that's my 2 cents worth, and you get what you pay for.